Hello everybody, favourite Spartan here, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're just going to be doing a quick fire review of my playthrough from Destroy Humans 2 that we just finished on the channel. We're just going to jump straight into it. I hope you all enjoy. So it's just going to be a quick review of Destroy Humans 2, the Reprobed edition. It's a mad name in itself. So yeah, it's just going to be my thoughts on things like the game, gameplay, graphics, audio, everything I normally cover in my reviews. So we can jump straight into my overall impressions. My overall impression of the game was, I thought it was quite fun. It was funny in a lot of parts. I thought it's definitely of a time, let's just say that. Some of the jokes and sort of the way people are portrayed in it are probably a bit of a era that we may or may not be living in anymore, shall we say. But it's fun. It is a fun game. It keeps your mind occupied. There's always something mad going on. There wasn't really a boring mission, I don't think. There's some sub missions sort of thing, like it was kind of just a filler mission for the mission after, or a couple of missions after, you know, like to just help the story move along. So they were kind of boring at times, I suppose, but the main game I really loved. I loved all the weapons. I love the characters. I thought they were quite funny and a lot of unique ones. I like the mechanics, the game mechanics. I thought it played very smoothly, and once you grasp some of the controls for some of the different types of moves you can do with like your powers, it really came into its own. I think I thought it was, yeah, it just played quite smoothly and quite fun. Which is what you want from a game, isn't it? On to audio, I didn't have any issues with any audio. I didn't really, there's nothing mad like special. You know, the guns sound like futuristic alien weapons. The dialogue that people spoke, a lot of the most of the funny jokes and stuff came just from like scanning random people on the streets while you're just walking around. Some of the stuff they came out with was amazing. But yeah, the audio for sort of the general world was good. You know, everything sounded as it should, worked as it should, and it felt realistic. Some of the dialogue was, like I said earlier, is of a time. It's definitely written a good few years ago. I think it came out in like 2008. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, it was definitely of a time when things were said a bit differently. But I overall enjoyed it and got no complaints from me. My thoughts on the gameplay was, it was fun. You know, I generally thought it was a fun game to play, which ultimately is what you really want. Some of the mechanics were a bit hard to grasp at the start. Some of the psi powers, you know, like lifting things, you had to push like multiple buttons in different sequences to do different things. But once you get your head around that, it wasn't too bad. The saucer that flew and fought, you know, with like the weaponry, that was all fine. It's very, very simple, dumbed down controls, which, to be honest with you, it's not a flight simulator. You just need to go up, down, left and right and move around and shoot. So yeah, I had no complaints from that. I loved all the weapon designs. I thought they all handled like futuristic, crazy alien weapons. I did find myself only using a select few by the end of the game because they were just the best. Some of them got pushed away to one side for future use, or some of them I don't think I ever would have used if there wasn't a sub objective that told me to do so. So other than that, I enjoyed all the weapon designs and character design. I did happen to stumble across, it was mainly when one of the characters, Natalia, when she was speaking, her mouth would just stop moving and the audio would carry on. So that happened a few times on the Let's Play. I had one part where she wouldn't move any further, and it was at the very end. All she had to do was walk a couple more steps forward and the mission would have ended, but I had to restart the entire mission because she got stuck essentially. So other than them couple of things, yeah, I had no issues with the gameplay. I didn't think the difficulty was overly hard. I think I just had it on normal or something like that. But even then, you know, once you start leveling up your alien crypto, he kind of just mints through everything. It's not much of a challenge. I mean, there was times where I had to sort of take a step back and let my shields go up. But other than that, it was just a fun game. Just a quick brief overview of the story, no spoilers. You obviously play as Crypto from the first game. You are a alien clone of the original Crypto. I think you're like 137 now, so there's been like 136 iterations before you. It basically picks up a few, I think it's like a couple of years after the original one ended, which I will link somewhere at the end of the video. But yeah, it just carries on. You go through a lot more places. That first game was just America. This one takes you all over the place. You go from England to America. You go to the moon, flipping moon, man. You go to Russia and you go to China. So you get about a bit, you know, and each one has all the unique aesthetics and characters and missions. And yeah, it's a good story, to be fair. It's, you know, it's of an era. I don't think it was as good as the first one. The first one seemed to be more about aliens attacking Earth. This one seemed, not without spoiling it, but it was more aliens attacking Earth, then turns into kind of alien trying to make a woman fall in love with him whilst saving the Earth from other things, which I can't say. So it was a bit crazy, but yeah, that's basically what the game is in a nutshell. Graphics wise, I didn't really, it's not like a big modern AAA shooter sort of thing like the pumping out like Battlefield or the new Call of Duties. You know, it's not mega realistic graphics. It's got its cartoony kind of vibes, you know, with the dialogue and the way everything's like, it's kind of just got the whole cartoony feel to it. But I didn't, you know, I thought everything looked vibrant. It you know, I knew all the different locations had the different sort of aesthetic to them, which I really enjoyed. Each one of them felt like a different place, and that was a lot of it was to do with the graphics and the way everything looked. All the weapons and stuff were modelled very detailed, and so was the saucer. And as you take more damage, things sort of going wrong with it. And Crypto was sort of his suckers sort of move, so I thought that was a nice graphical detail of it all, just sort of pulsating and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, I've got no complaints. It's not a big modern game, it's just a good fun time. My final thoughts are, I think a lot of people could enjoy this game. I think you've got to put some of the dialogue choices to one side and just accept it for what it is. It's a fun game, it's interesting, keeps your mind occupied. I didn't feel bored during my playthrough. You know, I always wanted to keep playing, you know, so I didn't mind that. It's not a graphical powerhouse, but it's also not potato graphics. You know, it's a good average modern day game that stands up to a lot of other ones with a much bigger budget. It follows on from the first game, which I always like the continuity. And yeah, it was just an overall fun game to play. I don't think it is for everybody. So if you're into these sort of like destruction, worldwide kind of, you know, blow everything up kind of things with a semi-interesting, semi-absolutely wild, mad storyline, then why not? I think you should pick it up. It's not an overly expensive game. It's a good length of time as well. So I do think it's worth picking up if you're into that sort of genre. If not, I don't think you will miss out on anything. I definitely would play the first game because it leans into a lot of stuff from the first game. So I think there is a double pack at the minute, at least on Xbox, so you can get them both together. So if you are interested and haven't played the first one, I definitely would start with that one. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts. If you did enjoy, please consider having a look around the rest of the channel. I've got loads of other reviews, I've got loads of other fun games, I play all sorts. So yeah, hopefully if you find something you do like, please consider subscribing. Really means a lot. And I hope to see everybody in the next one for Alan Wake 2, another sequel, which I am so excited to play. I cannot wait to play this. So I hope to see everybody in the next one, which is Alan Wake 2. Goodbye, everyone.